Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UFRL. And this is Tier 2, live from the Hungary Ring, of course, in Europe. Let's see how all 16 drivers get on. First starting with an 18-minute qualifying session, followed by the 50% race. 35 laps in total here at Hungary. And of course, with your qualifying laps added onto it, you're probably doing close to 40 laps in total. Let's see how all the drivers get on. Of course, a Tier 2 title to go for as well. Round 6 now. Round 6 of 12, getting close as we are into the halfway mark as well. We've got James Killer reserving this evening for the Kick Sauber, and you've got a few other drivers starting laps already. Depps Panther for the Ferrari, Warner for the Williams, Gandalf just starting for the Alpine with his teammate Ivy as well, and Woody for the Haas. So several drivers on laps already, and it is dry for the qualifying session as well. But James Killer just trying to push his way through into the middle sector. Can he be on for a charge and push towards maybe even a top 10? I think he'll be delighted with a top 10 in qualifying again, factoring in he's only reserving for this evening's Grand Prix. But James Killer just entering into the final sector, 54.666, a treble sixes as well. Might get a bit of a devil's advocate on that one, but James Killer is flying round through into the hairpin at turn 13 as well, and about to hit the final corner again, another hairpin through at turn 14, of course avoiding the pit wall as well on the entry there. But James Killer will come through a first time as a 16.700 as well. Panther 15.508 does go quicker. Warner goes to the top, the championship leader, 15.273 with Ivy slotting into P3, and there's Gandalf to the top of 15.005. Very strong lap from him. You've got Woody about to come up to the line as well. Can he get close? It's a 15.830, fifth fastest for Woody. Williams locked in behind, 15.918 to the top 8 of set time so far. DD Friend just starting his lap. You've also got Mr. Potwash heading through into the final sector as well. So can Mr. Potwash push his way up the field here in qualifying? See where he can get his V-carb up to. Can he push into that top 10? Maybe even go higher come the end of the event. It's P8 for Potwash at 16.378 so far. But that top 3, Gandalf, Warner and Viking Fox separated by less than 0.3 of a second. They are looking quick here. Boy Knockout may very well be another serious contender for pole and for the win. He's been very strong this season, averaging, and well, his average position has actually been 2.25 through the season. Obviously one of those being a DNF as well, which wasn't factored into it. So can Boy Knockout continue his fine form when he has been finishing a race? It's a 26.873, a purple first sector as well to boot for Boy Knockout as he pushes his way into the middle sector, heading through the chicane. A possible overtaking opportunity, although it won't occur very often, if at all, in the race. I'm pretty certain on that. There's no way he can't be doing it too often here. But let's see. Boy Knockout through the middle sector, 53.405, once again showing as purple, and this might be a completely purple lap here for Knockout as well, as he looks to beat the trio of Gandalf, Warner and Viking Fox to pole position. But can he secure it here this evening, as he will be entering up and pushing towards a line? It's looking good. How good? It's pole. It's a 14.797 for Boy Knockout, and he has over a 2/10 in hand of the Alpine of Gandalf, who falls into P2 now. Depps Panther on a lap, but he's losing time for the middle sector. Only marginal, 16 thousandths of a second, so it does still look like he's pushing hard. He really is pushing hard. Does he improve? He does. 15.482 remains in P5, was only a marginal improvement for him. James Killer improves, goes P11 at 16.539, just ahead of Rotti, who is at the tail end in P12. Got Epic Frenchie also on his first run. And you've also got a Mercedes of William flying round. Loads of battery on board, so he's probably not going to improve. What about DD Friend? also not improving. Let's go back towards Frenchie then. Opted to go for the medium compound tyre. Bit of a waste of the medium tyre as well. I kind of feel like it's not the best use of a tyre if you're going to use mediums in qualifying. Not particularly ideal, that. But yes, Epic Frenchie, P11, 16.512. But yeah, he can obviously go quicker, given he's yet to use a soft compound. And the mediums that pushes him ahead of James Killer and Rotti. Is Rotti on a lap? No, he is not. James Killer is also not on a lap. We've got DD Friend invalidating. Panther is also running round, obviously not gaining any time. So no driver currently on a hot lap, although you do have drivers about to go round to start again. Should we have a little look towards Rotti? Maybe is he going to go to the pits? No, he's not. So he is going to start another run and going all the way into turn one. Good evening, Hazer. Good battle last night, by the way. Had good fun with that one. It was tough with all of you guys around. I had Hazer, you had Merkin, you had Parkour, you had Mickey. I'm definitely forgetting others. You had Bam in there. There's probably one or two others that I'm forgetting. Apologies if you're watching and I did forget your name. I can assure you, though, it was some good battles at Jeddah last night. So yeah, and obviously at the front you had like Bird, you had Bad Boy, you had Pesci, and you had one other driver. Who was the other one? Bird, Bad Boy, Pesci. I'm completely missing somebody from that list as well. There were 4 drivers though. How am I forgetting the 4th driver? That's mad. As you can tell, no driver currently on a lap, but Salty Stevens is just starting. I say not on a lap, they are just starting their laps. So they are pushing round again. DD Friend obviously into the middle sector, not improving. Losing 2 tenths in fact through sector 1. Let's have a look where Gandalf is. He's in the first sector. Viking Fox into the middle sector. Both McLarens are working together like a bit of a papaya team there. Panther about to get to the line, and he does improve 15.361, so another improvement on older tyres for the Ferrari. Does remain P5, but it looks pretty decent. He obviously had more fuel on board as well. And you've got Ivy just about to get through, and across the line there was Mr. Potwash to start a lap. But what can Ivy do? He's up to P6 already with 15.8, reserving from tier 3, goes even quicker, 15.634, and remains in P6. But yeah, looks strong for him. Rusted Bolt was 4th. Oh no, so yeah, Rusted Bolt finished 4th. Deck, I say that, I know what's happened, but Deck was up there. That's the other one. I was there thinking there's another driver up there. Deck was the other one. He was also very quick, so fair play. Deck's massively gained in pace over the couple of seasons that he's been here. As also Gandalf 14.796, 1,000th of a second quicker than Boy Knockout, who drops to P2 as a result. That's how close it is at the front. Warren is also improving. Where can he slot his car? He remains 3rd, but is a sub 115 as well. So the top 3 going quicker. Check his file, says Hazer. I'm guessing that's regarding Deck. He is on PC as well. I'm joking. And he still can't win, says Pesci. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. He's still in the title fight, though, isn't he? I think you're top with Bird 2nd, then I want to say Deck 3rd, I think. Check his files. Right, what about Ivy into the pit? Epic Frenchie still on the medium tyre. Surely he's going to give up that run. Surely he's going to give up that run. He's not giving up that run. He's going again. Let's see what Epic Frenchie could do then. On the mediums, pushing all the way. Does he improve? He does. Go up to P7 on the medium tyres as well. He's within 1 second off the pole time. 15.691 on medium compound tyres. I think he's the only one as well. Yeah, he is. That's a very strong time by Frenchie, who continues to impress in qualifying in particular this season. He's massively stepped up in qualifying this season compared to last season. So William also improved to 15.460, 6th fastest for him. Woody pushing on again for the Haas, just entering into the middle sector, not gaining any time, losing a 10th through the first sector as well. Mr. Potwash, P11, and you've also got Rotti on an outlap. So let's go on board with Potwash, but he's not improving either. Letting lesser experienced guys race, wanted Panther to race. Oh, Black Panther, yeah. Is he back now, Black Panther? Because I know he was away for a few weeks. I don't know when Black Panther's actually coming back, though. Hopefully not too long until he's back. As Epic Frenchie going for some lawn mowing and not liking those medium tyres, apparently. Oh no, he's doing a right on him. He was on overtake mode whilst lawn mowing. He wanted to go even quicker. Fair enough. I don't think the grass will get cut correctly if you go too quickly. William then, what's he going to do? He's into the pit. Let's go back up to those who could be threatening around pole time. This man in particular, Gandalf, he's looking very quick on this run. He's improving by like 3 tenths, 4 tenths, and he's across the line. It's a 14.476, 3 tenths quicker. And Gandalf opens up the gap to knockout. And he is absolutely pouncing for this pole position. And he's flying up the field so far, Gandalf. What can Viking Fox do? Can he gain anything on that top 3? It's looking very quick out there for tier 2. Gandalf, Knockout, Warrener, Viking, Panther, William. All of that top 6 looking strong. But then Ivy and French, don't forget Frenchie will improve as well. He's still got to go for the soft tyres. He may only go for the 1 run on the soft as well. Which indicates to me, is Frenchie thinking about a possible 2-stopper? Hang on, this week. It's not a, trying to think. They've already done the, situation. So yeah, I don't believe anything can be done in terms of that. But yeah, I don't think it's a no hard tyre base. We've already done that at China, right? So it's not that. So a 2-stopper for Epic Frenchie will be interesting if that's what he's thinking to do. Because he's used medium tyres for a good few laps now. And obviously there's no point trying to use them in a race. They will not be any good. So it's an interesting qualifying strategy decision by Epic Frenchie there. And it looks like he might be considering a 2-stop. But then again, if there's safety cars, it does make some sense, that's for sure. Let's go further down the field. Boy Knockout starts another lap. Just under 5 minutes of qualifying to go. Salty Stevens, is he improving? No, he is not. Not through the first sector. Viking Fox, I do believe, did go quicker as well. 15.161 now for him in P4, so he still remains on the second row. But is Boy Knockout going to find any more time with 4 minutes of qualifying remaining here? Through the first sector, he's up by 1.5 tenths of a second. So if he can keep up with that sort of improvement through the middle sector as well, this could be a strong lap by Knockout. And he could be about to take pole back from Gandalf. Gandalf then is not going again. You've got a Mercedes around. So you've got William and then you've got Rotti. Rotti is P13 at the moment. He is on another hot lap. So he's going to be hoping to find some time. Ivy as well, just into turn 1. So we're going to go back towards Knockout then. Not gaining as much through the middle sector. Half a tenth. So he definitely lost out there, which could really compromise Knockout here. And he does actually decide to pit. So that's it for Knockout then. He will go for one final run potentially, unless he decides he does not want to use another set of the soft compound tyre. As we've still got Panther going 3 tenths faster through the middle sector, which is exactly what you need to be doing. Can he pick up some more time through the final sector as well? He would love to gain about half a second here. If he can push towards Knockout, he'll be delighted with that one. 3 minutes to go now in qualifying. And here comes Panther to the line. It's P3 for Panther. 14.859 onto the second row ahead of Warrener and Viking. And I think Panther will be very satisfied with that. Woody has crashed out. Woody crashes out in qualifying here. So there you go. We've lost the Haas and he has binned it into the middle sector. Out of the, went out of the chicane as well. So there you go, Woody out in qualifying, P10 at best, and with 5 drivers still to compete potentially. DD Friend, Potwash, Rotti, James Kidder, and also V-Row. We'll wait and see what can happen here. Several drivers also on an outlap. We've got Ivy heading round, Epic Frenchie heading round, Rotti. Is he on a lap again? He's not. He did not improve on his previous run. Still remains in P13. Hayes qualified 4th, Panther and Deck in 13 and 15. Now Hayes a 4th. Very strong. Well done, Hader. Both of them got unfortunate with rain timing. Yeah, it's going. Fair enough, though. Good luck to them both, or all of them, sorry, in the race this evening. They're also racing at Hungary as well, interestingly enough. It's almost like we picked the perfect track for Tier 2 to race on. Right, let's see. Rotterdam is out of fuel, so he's going to be struggling to even get his car back in the pits. He won't be able to go for another run either. Let's see. Ivy not improving. Boy knockout. I think he's about to start a lap. Nope, that's his teammate. His teammate, Mr. Potwash. So we go back towards another driver. Gandalf not on a lap. He's actually aborted. Oh, no, he hasn't. He was in none temporarily. Is he improving through the middle sector? Gandalf, no, he is not. That's an easy answer there. The checkered flags will be out soon as well, so you want to be a bit careful. A few drivers in the pit, Panther, Warrener, Ivy, and Virao. Surely you've got to think about getting your car out if it's not too late already. It's certainly getting to that stage. Right. Good evening to Baker Gaming. Come on, Team Williams. And there you go. You've got 35 seconds to go. So all of those in the pits, that's their session completed as well. Panther, Warrener, Ivy, Rotti and Virao will not be improving on their provisional positions here. Gandalf is on a lap. Boy Knockout is directly behind him. Viking Fox is coming up to the line. 13, 12, 11 seconds to go. And he does improve to go 4 fastest. He out-qualifies your championship leader, Warrener, who falls to 5th. The championship leader. So there you go. The checker flags are now out. If you're not on a lap, that's it for you. And this will be your final attempt to improve here in qualifying. You've still got Knockout improving through Sector 1. You've still got Gandalf as well. Potwash goes up to 8th. A great lap from him. 15.502. I think he'll be delighted with a top 10 start. And he may very well get that top 10 start. There you go. Strong stuff from Potwash. And he's guaranteed, in fact, for a top 10 start. But what can Gandalf do here in qualifying? Has he got enough to compete? We are going to drop towards Salty Stevens, who goes up to 6th. Great effort from him. That's it for Gandalf. He's into the pit. Boy Knockout improving, but he's not improving by enough, is he? To the line comes Knockout. Can he take pole? No, he can't. He does improve. It's P2 for him. Viking not improving. Frenchie will be the final one. He is not improving on a 15.4. Qualifying will be completed. DD Friend is improving by a 10th. Can he get James Kidder or potentially even Woody? Here comes DD Friend. He gets P11. Big improvement by 2.5 tenths by DD Friend. But it's Gandalf who will secure pole position at the Hungarian Grand Prix. There you go. A massive qualifying effort by the Alpine. Former Mercedes driver for 2 seasons, don't forget. And now in the Alpine and doing bits. There you go. On pole position flies Gandalf. Superbly done from him. So we're just going to wait now on all the cars to be fully in the pits. I think it's just Viking Fox left. So Viking Fox wants his car as fully into the pits, and we will go to the full qualifying classification. And let's find out. Here we go then. So your final short qualifying classification. Gandalf on pole with Boy Knockout occupying P2. And you got Panther 3rd, Viking Fox 4th, with Warrener lining up in an all-Williams 3rd row for Warrener and Salty Stevens. Epic Frenchie occupies 7th with William 8th, Potwash 9th, Ivy in P10, Dicky Friend P11 with Woody 12th as well. James Kidder from Rotti, trying to get my words out there. Then you've got Angry Badger and B-Row at the back. Neither setting a lap, I do believe. B-Row had a qualifying ban, I now remember, and Angry Badger also had a qualifying ban. Good evening, Woody. So I didn't see the crash, but I know you crashed in the middle sector. Baker Gaming says, all right, lad. Yeah, all good. But yeah, so that is your qualifying completed. We will have a 5-minute break. And now we will be getting started in a few moments' time. So yes, 5 minutes, and we'll be back in just a moment.
We're just 18 kilometres outside the city of Budapest here in Hungary, where today's Formula One race is about to take place. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're northeast of Budapest for today's race at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring circuit. 14 corners here, 8 to the right and 6 to the left, on a track where downforce is king and passing is notoriously difficult.
Right then, and we are back, and we will be back very, very soon. So, let's see how this Grand Prix goes at Hungary. Will there be a lot of overtakes again? It's obviously a very high downforce track, extremely challenging to complete overtakes as well. So, a lot of challenges for the drivers to go into. Obviously, it is a dry race as well, which is favourable, I suppose, for the drivers. Makes it a little bit easier to make overtakes, but 2 DRS zones, 1 activation point. Can the moves be made here? You've got turn 1 and you've got turn 2 as the best opportunities to make moves. Otherwise, I mean, you've got the chicane through turn 6 and 7. You've got up the hill into turn 4. You've got turn 12. But honestly, these are struggles in terms of making overtakes. You've got to have a brilliant exit, or maybe even better tyres in terms of if you're on soft against a hard tyre runner or something like that, or obviously fresher tyres and stuff. So yeah, these are the sort of things that you really need to do. If you can do that, then you're on potentially for a winner. And a 10-second countdown has begun here. This is UFRL, and this is Tier 2. Welcome to the Hungaroring. 5 red lights, and it's go, go, go. Gandalf with a strong start out on front, but he's lost out to Boy Knockout, who's absolutely flying. Knockout leads, and Boy Knockout and Gandalf side by side through turn 1. They know how significant this is, and Knockout holds on. He will gain P1. Viking Fox through in behind, battling here with Warner. You've got a Ferrari in there of Deps Panther. Deps Panther, that's Boy Knockout's left. Knockout's left. Here you go. Deps Panther with Viking Alyssa McLaren. A Papaya, that's Frenchy round in the background. But Boy Knockout leads, but he won't be leading for much longer because he has been disconnected. Therefore, Gandalf will be the one who will take over the race lead here. Panther will surely get him as well. So really, Knockout could be in line to drop a few places. Boy Knockout, and also you've got Frenchy further down the field. I think Rotti might have been the other one who got disconnected. But yeah, Rotti and Boy Knockout already have been disconnected here in this Grand Prix. So let's see what will happen. But there you go, they're making the moves now on Knockout. Gandalf eventually getting through. It's taken him a little bit of time, maybe a little bit longer than you would have thought, to get himself through. Right. Yep, we'll send a invite link. There you go. If you do wish to join, that is the link. Gandalf, Panther, Viking, Knockout. Warner is also into 5th. Salty Stevens behind him. That top 6 looking quick. A bit of a gap back to the likes of William and to Ivy as well. And a move down the inside there from Warner. Obviously getting Boy Knockout, knowing that Knockout's not in the lobby. And you've also got Salty Stevens bypassing as well. So that top 5 are away. Can Boy Knockout, once he's in the lobby, will he be sticking with that group? Don't think Knockout was disconnected. I can guarantee he was. I can guarantee it. He's just got back in though. Viking Fox then P3's behind Gandalf, behind Panther, and into the pits goes Mr. Potwash as well. So let's see what tyres everybody's gone with. Mediums for the whole of the top 7. Ivy's on the hards with James Kinner, DD Friend Badger. You've also got French, and there's a move being made. James Kinner making a move on Woody, and up into P9 goes James Kinner. So a good move from the Tier 3 driver. A bit of contact as that between Kinner and Woody. Looks like they're both settling in okay, however. Let's go further up the field. Salty Stevens and Warner trading places. An interesting strategy call there. And Boy Knockout losing out now to Ivy as well. Has he just got in? Yes, he has. So Boy Knockout's back. He is back, but he's down in P8. But the good news for Knockout is he's not last. He's still in P8. He can still get a result from this, as tough as it will be. On with Panther then. So he is behind Gandalf, side by side with Gandalf now, going for the move down the inside. Can he take the race leader? Still scrapping it out, side by side, all the way to turn 2. Panther with the DRS. Has he got the move done? What about Gandalf? Knockouts out for the session. Knockout out. And Depth Panther leads the Grand Prix. He takes Gandalf and takes P1 away. Viking Fox behind him in 3rd. Salty and Warren and the 2 Williams up in the top 5. William in 6th now with Ivy, James Keller, Woody, V-Row and DD Friend all in behind. So just going to go back towards the Williams as these 2. Again, an interesting decision to swap the 2 drivers, factoring in. Or was Salty Stevens just thinking, you know what, I feel quicker as he's getting ever so close to the rear of Viking Fox here. Is he going to attempt a move into turn 12? He hangs back a little bit. And therefore he does not go for the overtake. What about into the hairpin? Through at turn 13. Has Salty Stevens got a chance? Doesn't quite look like it yet. But yeah, an interesting call to swap the 2 drivers. Warren in the championship lead, don't forget. So whether or not he wanted to give it up, obviously was decided between themselves, or maybe Salty just felt like he was quicker at the time. And he's having a look round the outside here. Might go for a little bit of a switchback. He's ever so close to Viking Fox once more. Can he get the move into turn 2? He's just too far back. And therefore he tries to go as wide as he can to try and get another potential switchback. He wants to run on Viking Fox up the hill, gets a little bit on the curb and a little bit on the grass, and he won't quite be there to get the move done. Oh, he spun! He has spun! That's Salty Stevens! Oh my goodness! That was a ferocious spin there by the Williams. He drops out the top 10. Salty Stevens! What a massive spin that was. Just as he thought he could have been looking for a move on Viking, he falls to the tail end in P13. That was massive by Salty Stevens. Well, at least Warren is back in P4. The championship leader, of course. He'll feel like that's good news for him. Not good news for the team, however. So we go back on with your race leaders then. Panther still leading, but Gandalf here, as we are about to kickstart lap 5, will be getting close towards him. And can he overtake here? Double DRS zone, don't forget. Through into turn 1 and then into turn 2. If you've got DRS into 1, you are going to get it into 2. If you don't have it into 1, you're not going to get it again into 2. And side by side on the inside goes Gandalf. They are squabbling. Panther goes wider, but they are still side by side. What can Gandalf do? He's going to go all the way round the outside. Has he got the move done and job done? Yes, he has. Gandalf retakes P1 from Panther. But they're having a fantastic battle. Panther does have a penalty. That is going to be 3 seconds, I do believe, for him. Which I didn't quite pick up on. But yes, he's got 3 seconds. So Panther will have to get through that penalty. Position changes for you then. So Gandalf, you're holding on to P1. Panther, Viking, Warren are all taken over from Knockout. Rotti's out. Rotti joining Knockout. And I think both of them have just been very unfortunate with their disconnections, but obviously if they can't be connected into the race, then we know what the game's like, and unfortunately Rotti and Knockout are both out of the race, sadly, again due to connection struggles, it seems. But yes, Gandalf, Panther, Viking, Warrener. Oh, it's a spin! That's Panther! Panther has spun it! He will not be holding on to a top 2 spot for any longer. He is dropping to P10. Is that going to be P11? It's getting close. It's very close. Fenty might just get him here. And even Badger's having a little look almost, but he's quite far back. So I'm lying. He's not going to have a look. Ivy through on William. That's for P4. But it looks like Frenchie is ahead of Panther. Massive error for Panther, joining Salty Stevens in the spinning list here at the Hungary ring, unfortunately. Up the field towards V-Row we go. And side by side, you've got James Kidder with William. And James Kidder's got through. V-Row may have a look himself, but he holds out against it. But William there, losing out to James Kidder. Can he get the place back here, William? He's had a bit of an untidy start, losing out to Ivy, now losing out to James Kidder. He'll be a bit disappointed over that. Can he retake the place, though? As DD Friend and Panther going at it, and Panther losing out once more. Let's hunt to the McLaren. Just as he showed signs of promising pace, He has just lost out a couple of places. Salty Stevens now gets through an Angry Badger, and up into the top 12 he goes. We're going to go back towards Bilbao, chasing and tracking down Willy Fernandez here. The Mercedes versus the Red Bull, not quite Hamilton v Verstappen, but it is William v Bilbao. And can Bilbao, from that qualifying ban, move himself up into the top 6? He's gained 9 places. Can he take a 10th place here? Bilbao, will he have a look into turn 1? So we go back to the broadcast view. He's going to have a little gentle look, but he backs out of the move. Woody stays in behind here in P8. They both had strong starts, but Bilbao has had the best. James Killer up 8 positions as a tier 3 reserve. What a phenomenal effort by the Kick Sauber there. He will be very pleased with his performance here this evening so far. Going back on towards Bilbao. Can he get that move on William? But William does seem to be closing back towards James Killer here through the middle sector. Certainly needs to pull in the Sauber. And don't forget you've got Ivy as well. But at top 3 they are putting clear. Gandalf has got Warner outside of 1 second. I say that as Warner is now beginning to close back here. And look at Bilbao. He is so close towards the rear of William. Can he look at an overtake here? He's got turn 12. He's not burning the battery. But will he go for a promising move? You've got a hairpin up to turn 13. You've got another hairpin coming up to turn 14 as well. Here we go. William with a sloppy exit. And this is going to be Bilbao's opportunity. Round the outside he goes. Now he's going to go for the switchback. Is he going to go inside or out? He's got to go to the inside line. Williams on the outside. And I think Bilbao is going to make the place. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. There's a battle further back. You've got Frenchy, you've got Woody, you've got DD. DD Friend and Woody going side by side. Bilbao is ahead of William, that's for sure. And DD Friend. Now you've got Panther. Panther on the inside of Woody, scrapping side by side. Can the Ferrari get it done? They're still going at it. Over the curb goes the Haas, and through goes Panther into the top 10. He's finally getting a couple of places now. 1 Badger, 2 Woody. Next will be DD Friend. Panther after such a strong start to the Grand Prix, flying high, battling with Gandalf for the lead. Now he has to push high. Maybe can still get there in 4th place. That 4th place is still available for any driver, even if there is not a safety car here. I think Panther could come away with that position, but he needs to get some places done here. Is there going to be an opportunity for him into turn 12? Just looks like that position was never going to happen, although Frenchy and William there just running a little bit wide themselves. DD Friend will stay in the DRS zone, and then Panther as well, as will Woody. So all of these in the DRS train. You've got Gandalf and Warren in the top 2, and sort of dropped Viking Fox now at 1.3 seconds. That's Panther again. Panther's made another mistake here in front of his team principal, or, well, kind of team principal. We say semi-team principal, Angry Badger. And sadly, he's just lost so much time. He's got pace, but he's making mistakes. Can he finish the race? He really needs to, because he needs to start to impress his team principal here. As we go back on towards Badger, they're swapping places. And EM is actually, or Panther rather, is letting Angry Badger back ahead. Oh, sorry, back ahead. He's letting him ahead. So there you go. That's their positions decided. What's the pace of the laps? You can go the fast laps. So let's have a look at that. That's the wrong one. There you go. Into the 118s at the moment. 118.088 from Panther is the quickest lap so far. So into the 118s. They'll be pretty, obviously, they're on the first stint. So they'll be getting into the 117s, 116s possibly. You know, you'd imagine that it could go to the 116s later on. Could anyone get into the 115s as well? Could be fairly close. Yeah, so the link is above. I will resend it in though. I will resend the link in for you guys on the TikTok. We are live across both Twitch and TikTok this evening as well. This is Tier 2 UFRL. We have pace-based tier. So Tier 1 is Monday, 8 o'clock PM. You're probably going to need to be 110 AI or very close to 110 AI to be able to race Tier 1. Tier 2, obviously now, it's... I mean, it really does differ a little bit on the pace, but it's not far off 110 sometimes. Tier 3, Wednesday, 8 o'clock PM. That's more of a sort of casual one. I mean, if you're just getting started with F1 or whatever it may be, maybe you don't play it that often, that might be the right one for you. But again, it's all pace-based, and we obviously will be redoing everything for next season, because next season will be on the new game. It will be on F1 25. We also have two other tiers. We've got the 100% tier, which is on Friday, 8 o'clock PM, all UK time, by the way, all the times. How's 90 to 100 AI? That will be somewhere between tier 2 and tier 3. It depends. If you're more like 100 AI, that's probably going to be closer maybe to tier 2, possibly. 90 AI will guarantee a tier 3 pretty much. So yeah, it just depends. And we do trials, we do time trials as well, etc. So we will find the right tier for you. Warner goes down the inside of Gandalf, but Gandalf getting a switchback. It's a beautiful switchback at that. Warner cannot get back at him. Lovely from Gandalf. There's a reason why he is a back-to-back runner-up in Tier 2, and he wants to finally take that title this season, and that was a lovely move by the Alpine to fend off the Williams charge. Warner not quite able to take the place away from Gandalf there. Let's go back towards Didi Friend and get some race wins too. Yeah, possibly so, possibly so. I mean, it'll be somewhere between tier 2 and 3 though, that's for sure. Up the kick, says Silky Stevens. Well, at the moment, you've got James Keller flying high in that top 5. He's having an outstanding race here, as we are going to go back towards the top 2 of Gandalf and Warner. I think it's fair to say Warner is applying pressure to Gandalf, but Gandalf's doing very well to keep away from it. V-Val, 3-second time penalty, joining Badger and Panther on the list of the 2 Ferraris. Not on their own anymore. They are joined by the Red Bull driver. Let's see here. Gandalf with Warner. Can Warner get his move done? He's going to go for it into turn 1, but he goes onto the curb and almost slips away. He is still in DRS range, but he will not be getting a chance into turn 1 now. It's going to be fairly comfortable into turn 1 for Gandalf. Will it be comfortable into turn 2 as well on the exit? Might be, but can Warner have the run? No, he cannot. We're just going to fall away and have a look towards the likes of James, Birao and Frenchy as well. Williams dropped off, he's behind Didi Friend, and they are over 2.5 seconds back now from this battle. So James Keller doing really well, but Birao and Frenchy still in there as well. That could cause a bit of a challenge for James Keller in this evening's Grand Prix. Just keeping on then with this trio. Might actually go up again to the race leaders, but it's very close. We've got a few different battles. We've still got William edging closer, going for the move on Didi Friend. Friend makes a mistake, and you've got a Friend because William is through, and William's up in the top 8, and Didi Friend squirmy as well. William making his move on the papaya. Up into the top 8 he goes. There you go. Good news why we went to William, because he got a move done straight away. Perfect timing, William. I like a bit of that. Let's hope it happens again at some point for maybe another driver or whatever. Someone. Let's go towards Frenchy then. He is on the rear of Virao. And into the pits goes Viking Fox. Obviously lost a lot of time to Gandalf and Warner going for the undercut. I've got to be honest, I know this track. The undercut is not that great here at Hungary. Whilst, yes, you can get the moves done as speaking of moves, Frenchy going down the inside onto the curb on Virao. I think he's got the move done. Yes, he has. A good move from Frenchy, factoring in as well. Virao also had DRS there. So Virao finally loses the place. He's still up 10 spots overall, but he loses his first position in this Grand Prix. So yes, finally, Virao losing out in one battle. He's won every other battle so far this evening, that's for sure. The 2 DNFs, by the way, Rotti and Boy Knockout, if you are just joining, they were both disconnection DNFs. Unfortunately, it is a game glitch. Fingers crossed that it gets fixed for the new game. But yeah, they both got disconnected, and therefore the game decided to retire them. So they haven't crashed out. We've had no safety cars, no virtual safety cars, no red flags. By the way, safety cars and red flags are on increased as well. So we haven't had either of them, and it's 13 laps into the race. Not really many collisions to note either, if any. I haven't seen a single collision. I mean, I saw a spin earlier on. I think it was... Oh, who was it? Who was it who spun? Was it Hot Wash? It might have been Pot Wash. I feel like I've also got a McLaren in mind. But there you go. Gandalf into the pits. Panther with another 3 seconds as well. So another penalty for Panther. Let's go towards DD Friend. He's getting closer on William, and he's going to get the move, is he? Side by side into turn 1. DD on the inside, he does get it done. William decides he's not going to fight it. His former Mercedes teammate as well, I do believe. And William drops in behind DD Friend. DD Friend was actually in William's team. Oh, another thing. For those watching on the TikTok, we do a draft system as well. So every single driver in tiers 1, 2 and 3 have their own individual prices, which will be based on statistics and also based on time trials. And literally all of that will factor in your price. Team principals will sign you based on your value and based on their budgets as well. So yeah, we've got all of that in play. But yeah, I was going to say, William, TP at Mercedes, had DD Friend on his first draft season, which was season 7. That was the first ever draft we did with all the prices and stuff. But yes, DD Friend was one of William's first drivers. So maybe that's why William is not making it too difficult for DD Friend out there this evening. Warner into the pit, so your race leader is in. Obviously, we've had Viking Fox in, and we've also had Gandalf in as well. Let's get the tyre situation up. The hard tyres, it looks like, for these guys to go to the end. Here we've got a battle between Badger again, this time with DD Friend, and he does find his way through, so DD Friend just dropping in behind. William is third in the field. DD Friend's made an error. DD Friend is well back now, and Williams made an error. There's an error. It's for the Mercedes, and down to P6 goes Fernandez. As Viking Fox now battling here with Salty Stevens, he does get through as well, and up into the top 8 goes the Fox. Can he get a move on Gandalf as well? Don't forget those two. Well, there was a gap between them. The undercut has worked. However, I know what the undercut is like. One lap's not too bad, but if you're going for a few laps of an undercut, it's not ideal. Warner, meanwhile, has rejoined. He's behind Salty Stevens. Salty Stevens is not going to make this too difficult for Warner. Surely not. I mean, you've got to pretty much give him DRS if you can. But Salty Stevens may just be too slow at this point. I think Warner's just going to go for the move. Oh, no! Salty might have just held him up a little bit there. If you're Pesci, you don't want to be watching. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that was close. Salty Stevens almost spun. And if he had spun right in front of Warner there, you could just imagine the carnage that could have created for Williams. Wow, that was close. I think Pesci will be absolutely... Well, he will feel over the moon that it's been sorted. But wow, that was a heart-in-mouth moment for the Williams there. Viking Fox going for the move. Round the outside on Gandalf. You get the feeling that these two need to be working together to try and clear Warner. That's not going to happen. Warner is right in behind Viking now. Going for the move. Round the outside on Gandalf, but he's not going to get it done. So these three, Gandalf, Viking and Warner, are back together again. And they are 6, 7 and 8. Net P1, P2 and P3, of course. Let's go back to the stop situation. Here you go. So Salty Stevens needs to stop, as do all of the top 5. Ivy, Frenchy, James, Badger and DD Friend. A safety car would make things incredibly interesting around this stage, as Badger receives a 3-second time penalty, joining his teammate Panther on that as well. So 2 Ferraris unfortunately picking up a couple of penalties apiece. You're welcome as well to... Oh, that's a name. KHLE. I'll just call you that for now. But you're very welcome. The link's in there, of course, for all of those on the TikTok. Feel free to let me know if you'd like another link sent through. I'm happy to provide those for you guys. As our Salty Stevens. Oh, that's Panther. Deps Panther onto the grass. Another error for the Ferrari. He has pace, though. He's clearly got pace. He just needs to work on those little mistakes, it seems. He's just making a few too many errors, but he does have some good pace. Not that it means anything right now, because when you're P12 and making the errors he's been making, it's going to be incredibly frustrating. But yeah, hopefully for his own sake as well, but also everyone else's sake, he just needs to get a finish tonight. And fingers crossed Panther can cross that line at the end. We're going to go back towards this trio, because Gandalf, Viking and Warner, look how close they are together. And look at that poor exit from Viking. That may give Warner a shot here. Can Warner look for the move into the chicane through turn 6 and 7? Not quite close enough. Speaking of close, DD Friend on the rear of Angry Badger. And DD Friend, after having an error earlier, as did William, by the way, They have fallen away and dropped towards Badger, who was at the rear of the field effectively. Let's go on board here. Woody as well. I haven't really mentioned this, but look at Woody. He's 1.5 seconds behind a 3 ahead. Unbelievable. How he's gotten so close. V-Row even is 8 tenths away. Are Woody and V-Row trying to work together to maybe catch up to this trio? Gandalf, Viking Fox, and Wovana. Viking Fox may go for the move. Speaking of going for moves, DD Friend goes round the outside on Badger. Here comes Viking down the inside on Gandalf. Side by side through to turn 1. But again, it's another switch back from Gandalf. He's doing it again. Is he successful? They are still side by side through to turn 2. And all the way round the outside goes the Alpine. Has he got the move? Yes, he has. Gandalf, but what a switch back this is. Viking going for a risky move. He backs out at the end. He does back out. Smart there from Viking Fox. Smart racing from this trio. They're all battling hard, but they're also playing it clean and fair so far. Gandalf, Viking and Wovana. 6, 7, 8. Net P1, 2 and 3. Can they go on to have a thrilling end to the race as we enter the second half of this Grand Prix? What a battle it is between this trio though. The undercut has worked so far. And again, because the other driver's only done 1 or 2 laps less, speaking of which, Wovana has gone for the jugular. He's going down. He is on a Viking Fox. Still side by side. Maybe a marginal contact. And it is Wovana who has got his way through and up at a P7. Woody and V-Row have also entered. V-Row going all the way around the outside of Woody. Woody tries to cover him off. Into the pits goes Badger. But what can Woody do? He's defending round the outside, but V-Row on the inside is surely job done for V-Row on the curb, and up into P8 he goes. That's net P4, don't forget, for V-Row now. So he is with the race leaders. He gets through on Woody. He does have a penalty, but V-Row making some moves here at Hungary. Impressive stuff from him. We'll go back up towards Wovana then. All over Gandalf. And he also got DD Friend. So DD Friend not yet pitted. And he is just ahead of this 5-pack of wolves here at Hungary. Can Gandalf get through? But here we go. Wovana edging ever closer towards the rear of the Alpine. Just not able to get a move here. So difficult searching for the opportunity into the middle sector. And now Gandalf will be looking at a DRS to make the move on the Papaya. This could open up a gap here for some drivers. Let's say Gandalf does get this move done. Maybe Wovana follows him through. Can Viking follow through? Then you got V-Row, and then you got Woody as well. All 5 want to overtake DD, but DD's into the pits. Well, that's massive. That's massive for this group. Gandalf will also get DRS out of that. Wovana is having a look at the move. He's really having a look at the move. He switches to the outside line. Will he go for the overtake on the inside? Wovana on Gandalf. They're really pushing hard here. Both with DRS. Wovana, he switches all the way to the outside. Gandalf on the inside. He's going all the way around the outside, but it's not enough for Wovana. And Gandalf defends it well. V-Row passing Viking Fox. V-Row from a qualifying ban into the top 6 without a safety car. Remarkable effort from V-Row so far. Salty Stevens round the outside on DD Friend. They are going side by side. DD Friend just pitted, don't forget. And they are still squabbling. Salty Stevens, has he got the move on DD? They're still going at it side by side through the high speed corner now. Are they still going to go through it into turn 4? It's DD Friend who edged ahead of Salty Stevens on the fresher rubber as well. William with a 3-second time penalty. Let's go back up the order towards Wovana. 2 tenths to gap towards Gandalf then. It's incredibly close between all 5 drivers. Woody though has dropped outside of the 1 second window. So he won't be getting DRS. Into the pits goes Ivy, and into the pits goes Epic Frenchie. But surely now Wovana cannot miss out on this move. And you might even see V-Row having a look himself. What does V-Row do here? Viking's not far adrift either. But they are all going to be gunning. Don't forget Gandalf does not have DRS, but he does stay put in P3. So Wovana still leads out now. And there you go. Good evening, Kajani. Well, hello there. Hello indeed. Yes, Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nope, I'm joking. Tajani. Right, let's see as Warner, Gandalf, Vival, Viking, Woody. Woody unfortunately has just lost out there. So 4 drivers now competing for what looks like the Hungarian Grand Prix victory. The championship leader Warner is out in front. Back-to-back runner-up of Tier 2 Gandalf is in behind. New driver for the season, Vival, is in net P3, and then Viking Fox in for his second season is in P5 and net P4, of course. So that is your 4-way battle for tonight's victory. Again, no safety cars on show either, so all 4 drivers have done very well. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. Vival pitted on the same lap as Warner. He's done remarkably well to get this close. And into the pits goes James Keller. So the kick salvo will not play a part in this race win then. So it's all down to these 4 drivers. Who's going to come away with the victory? Will it be Warner, the championship leader? Would it be Gandalf? Would it be Vival with the penalty as well? Or Viking? All 4 drivers have a chance. Potwash, 3-second penalty. He is in P14. Of course, he did have to make a very early pit stop. I think it was even on lap 1. Badger. Angry Badger, 17.640. That one could be absolutely framed as a highlight there. Angry Badger with the fastest lap of the race. What a fast lap that is from Badger. That is one thing we would not have been expected. Is an Angry Badger fastest lap in Tier 2. Wow. Very impressive stuff from Badger in the Ferrari. Right, back towards Vival. Can he get his way through on Gandalf? It doesn't look like it yet. But look at the gap. Warner has 1 second on Gandalf now. The tyres really playing in hand. There's only 1 lap fresher than Gandalf. That's the 1 lap you really need. And that's clearly playing in favour of him. Everybody has pitted, so I'm going to go away from that. Maybe just get the penalty situation up for you guys. Vival, here he comes. He's going to get the move on Gandalf. There's going to be no challenge either. He can't do anything about it. Vival up into P2 from Gandalf. Frenchie 16.8, fastest lap for him. Viking Fox now. He is not close enough to get the move on Gandalf. So they will just settle for 2, 3 and 4. But they need to get a move on and close the gap to Warner here. Speaking of getting a move on, Viking Fox all over the rear from Gandalf. Gandalf all over the curb as well. But does not pick up any sort of penalties or nothing at all. No damages or spins. Woody, 3-second penalty. Still doing well, Woody, in P5. So yeah, he's still going to go for 5th place in this race, even with that 3-second time penalty. We're just going to drop back a little bit, have a look towards DD Friend and Salty Stevens. These two have been battling for a few laps now, and it looks like they are just going to go non-stop until the end, potentially. Salty Stevens finally getting through on DD. Can he stay ahead until the end of the race? Don't forget, Salty Stevens had a strong start to the race. Him and his teammate both in the top 5. But then Salty Stevens spun as he just have a little moment as well on the exit of turn 11 there. But let's see here, DD Friend. Is he going to have a look into turn 1 at a potential opportunity here on Salty? Or will he completely back out of the overtaking manoeuvre? As we have 12 laps of racing to go. Here comes DD Friend. He will surely go for the overtake. And he will pull to the outside line. I think they are going to go side by side still. Salty Stevens not giving up without a fight. And here we go, but DD Friend has got the move done. Up into the top 10 goes the Papaya. So we go on with these 3 drivers. But Vival's lost time to Warner. It's really looking good for Warner out in front here. And it is surely going to be a Williams victory. Salty Stevens with a 3-second time penalty as well in his duel with DD Friend. But yes, for Gandalf and for Vival, for Viking Fox, none of them look like they are quite quick enough to match the pace of Warner here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Badger, 3-second time penalty. That's 9 in total now for the P12 driver. But still, you will score points for whatever position you finish in. Even if you finish P14, you will still score points. Even if we have 20 drivers and you finish P20, you would still score a point. So yes, any position you finish in, as long as you finish, you will score points. Right, back towards Viking then. Can he finally find his way through? He's been trying to get a move on Gandalf, but he's not ever been close enough. He's getting closer here. 2.5 tenths, just not quite there for him. We've also got Ivy. Look at the pace he's showing all over the rear of Woody already. Remarkable effort. He's on mediums as well, Ivy. Is he a potential contender to win? Oh, yellow flags. What happened? Well, it's not one of these leaders, so it would have happened further back. But Woody and Ivy, it's looking good here for Ivy. He's going to get the move on Woody. He's on mediums. Have a look at those tyres as well. 4 laps. Look how much fresher they are. This is looking good for Ivy here. He can get a move on Woody, which you expect him to do on this lap. He's got a full load of battery as well. There's going to be no opportunity for Woody to defend this. Ivy will get the move on Woody. He will find his way into the top 5. And then he'll be 4 seconds behind Viking Fox. And here he comes. Let's get the gap to the leader as well. Gap to the leader. 8 seconds to Ivy. He's a tier 3 reserve tonight, but what an effort he's doing. And he could even be on for a possible victory even. Wow. Ivy showing some incredible pace here this evening. Wow. Fair play to him. Let's have a look. Let's get the penalty situation back on, so we'll keep going towards that. Right. Has any drivers got an opportunity to get another move? Let's go back to the interval there and into this battle then. With Viral, Gandalf, Viking Fox. They are just creating a little gap between each other. There you've got 9 tenths between Viral and Gandalf, 7 tenths back, 6 tenths now to Viking Fox. He was just trying to stick in the DRS here. Salty Stevens and DD Friend, yet they're still together, although DD Friend has lost some time now, 1 second shy of his rival. But surely now, Viral can stay ahead. But look at that gap to Ivy. 4 seconds now to the top 4. And that gap will continue to fall in this race, you'd expect. So, yeah, Ivy looking good. Yo, what time are the races? So, it is all UK time. We've got Tier 1, 8 o'clock PM Monday. Tier 2, 8 o'clock PM tonight, obviously Tuesday. Tier 3, Wednesday, 8 o'clock PM. And then Friday, 8 o'clock PM is the 100% tier race. And also Saturday, 9 o'clock PM, so 1 hour later, is the international tier where any driver from any tier can race in that one. As our bike Gandalf really pushing the Alpine car. But yes, tiers 1, 2 and 3 are all pace based as well, so just so you are aware on that. So if you are pushing towards 110 AI, or you are 110 AI, you will be racing in tier 1 pretty much. That's pretty much set in stone. Is it full or short quali? It is short qualifying. Short qualifying for each event. Just see here if Gandalf or even Viking Fox can one of these drivers. I am 110er and it's easy, so you'll be easily in tier 1, mate. So if you can race Mondays 8 o'clock PM UK time, then there you go. I'm also in PSGL. There you go. That was probably always likely. You would always be in one or the other. It'd be PSGL or WOR. But if you want to, I mean, we race Fridays as well. We do Fridays and Saturdays. Let me pop the link in for you, mate. We do trial race as well, so you've got to pass a trial to get in, and then once you're in, we race Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. So we have plenty of race days for you to get involved in. And there you go, that's the link to the Discord. Right, sticking on with this then. Viral, Gandalf, Viking. Ivy not gaining as much now as what he was, so maybe that might be it for Ivy's progress. It might just be a P5. I say just. P5 will still be a phenomenal effort for the Tier 3 reserve this evening. But yes, he has had an impressive display. James Kidder as well, don't forget. He's still looking at a P8 ahead of Dex Panther as things stand. So he's on for a strong result as well. I can't copy it. Ooh, that's a tricky one. How else can I do it? Is there a way I can message you? I'm not a massive TikTok person. If I can message you, then I'll happily try that. What I'll do, I'll follow you and then I'll message you that way. There you go. There you go. There you go. That. Oh, not sent. The message wasn't sent. I'll try and get onto it later, Henry. Unless you've got a Discord, possibly. Oh, done it. Oh, okay, all good, all good. Wicked. Right. Let's see then. Viral, Gandalf, Viking still all together, but they are still losing time to Warner. And Ivy, 4.7 seconds back. I don't think he's going to get there as Gandalf really pushing the car so hard here. The tyre situation, as you can see, 14, 15, 16 absolutely are in the order that they pretty much, you'd argue, they should be, based on their tyre count. Warner is leading. Vival ahead of Gandalf, ahead of Viking Fox, all in the order based on when they pitted. So, yeah, unfortunately for Viking Fox, again, I did say the undercut is probably not going to help you too much, although 1 lap or 2 laps isn't going to be as bad. Let's say there was a 5-lap undercut. That's not going to work for Viking Fox. He would not have won this race if he had pitted 3 laps before. I can guarantee that. So yeah, I don't think Viking Fox quite had enough to win this race. Although, you never know, there's a late safety car. He's still got a chance. But Warner is absolutely rampant this evening. Absolutely flying. Very impressive drive from him. But still 14 drivers, all 14 drivers who did not get disconnected, obviously, sadly for Rotti and Boy Knockout. But the rest of them stayed in the lobby for the whole race. Obviously, I'm not blaming Rotti and Boy Knockout. What I'm saying is these 14 drivers have been in the race the whole time and obviously will get their points as you would expect. But they will get points, that's the crucial thing. Can't do the trial on Thursday. Can you do the trial on Sunday? We do Thursday and Sundays, mate. Normally, because they're the only 2 days that we don't race on. To be able to do a trial on Sunday, that's solid, mate. Yeah, let's see. Viking Fox, Gandalf, Vival, I'll try. Yeah, cool. I think the trial will be the same time, 7:30 PM on the Sunday. Yeah, if you're able to, that'll be grand, mate. Even if it's not this Sunday, you can do it on another Sunday or whenever. Any other things I can do? Anything I can prove? It's difficult because it's the only 2 days that we don't do league races in. So that's the main reason why we do it on the Sunday and the Thursday. But again, obviously, the new game will be coming out soon, a couple of months' time. So with that in mind, obviously, you'll even if you don't necessarily, even if you're not in a position to get a trial done, taking pole. What tier, may I ask? Like, what tier have you got pole in? I'm genuinely interested now, just to see how quick you are. Because we have had some people go into PSG and go into WRR. I mean, not like literal full-on like top-end esports level, but we have had some very quick drivers here. I mean, I don't know if you'll know any of them. I mean, we've had a Matthew Bassett. He was very quick. But I don't think he's racing on this game anymore. Who else? Gabor. We had him in before. Matthias. Is it? Well, he is in. F8. Okay. And I've been told I am F6 pace. Could be pretty quick then. That could be useful. But yeah. Interesting on that. In terms of actual battling at the moment, not too much is occurring. Obviously, drivers are just trying to hang on to their tyres. Vival knows he's got 3 seconds, so he will actually drop back behind Gandalf and Viking. Ivy's medium tyres, unfortunately for him, have just dropped back. Also from esports tonight. So Deck P5, Panther P13, Hazer DNF. Yeah, alright. Well done to Deck. Oh, so Black Panther is back then. Okay. So is he going to be back racing in the 100% and Inter tier? This weekend. It'd be nice to. Oh, you know Matthias. Yeah. So, he won the Tier 1 Championship last season. He was quick in that one. But yeah, Matthias was in there last season. He's not racing there this season. We had a fake Mano last season as well. Yeah, we've got Deck, we've got Pesci, Hazer. Don't know if you will know any of those names. Cool, right. Okay, cheers, Jack, mate. So yeah, we'll see Black Panther back in action. Oh yeah, of course, because he's back for tomorrow as well, isn't he? I just realised. What a silly question to ask. Didn't even think about that. Now let's go back towards Panther then. He's behind James Kidder, definitely having a look here. He has got the 3 seconds he needs on Salty Stevens. Any chance you can talk to someone? How many races in the calendar? Oh, so at the moment we've got 12 races. So we're on round 6 out of 12. In terms of talking to somebody else, I mean, it's difficult. I mean, if you've raced with someone, it might be a bit more favourable. It depends. If you have raced with, say, a Pesci and he knows you or something, then that might be ideal. Oh, let's look at this. Panther and James Kidder really going at it. Frenchie also battling with Woody further up as well. But Panther looks like he's just got through on Kidder. Right, Woody as well, directly behind Frenchie, and also Gandalf. Gandalf has got through on Vival. Amazing. So there you go. Gandalf up the order. Obviously, Vival again has 3 seconds time penalty, so he will just drop behind. But look how close he is, though. These two, within a tenth of a second, barely a hair between these two drivers. Can Viral find his way back through the field? Please watch my engineer. Well, Thursday. F8 you said you were. On Thursday. Might be able to. But I might need more of a reminder possibly. But yeah, just pop it in the first meet chat. Just say you'll struggle for Sunday and Thursday. If there's another day you can do, we might be able to book you in for another day, mate. We might be able to. So yeah, just honestly, just pop it in the first meet chat, and someone should get round to you on that, mate. Yeah, Viral, Gandalf, Viking. Let's go towards Vikings again. He's gotten closer. Yellow flags. That is William. He's having a bit of a torrid race this evening, isn't he? Unfortunately, in that Mercedes. His teammate's out. And he's down in P13. Not the race he was hoping for after such a strong start to the season for William. Yeah, he's just dropping down now. Warner will get the win. He is just over a lap away. 4 sectors in total from the victory. And Vival has got back through on Gandalf here. Gandalf trying to stick in the DRS. You've still got Viking Fox there as well. Both have plenty of battery on as well. But it looks like these two are going through. What's your Discord? UFRL F1 Viva. I should be in the first. I will be in the first meet chat. You'll just have to go. If you scroll all the way down, you'll find me. UFRL F1 Viva. But yeah, that's how you'll get to me there. Right, Vival, Gandalf, and Viking Fox. Who will come away with this second place? Gandalf looks like he's in a prime position at the moment. Can he hang on to it? There's a little bit of a slip on the exit. Vikings not close enough, however, to take the place away. Woody, here he comes, closing in on Frenchie. Contact, a little bit of contact. Very minor. I think Frenchie has just stayed ahead as well. So, to be honest, that wasn't really going to impact the result for Frenchie there. So Frenchie stays ahead. Woody does drop in behind. Nothing really doing there, right? Vival, Gandalf, Viking, Fox. These three, they look like they're going to stay in the same positions. And I don't believe there's going to be any changes in position either. Warner, 3.8 seconds clear. Looks like he's going to settle for the victory. And let's be real, he will. He's got 2 corners to go. Through the first hairpin at turn 13 now. Badger with another penalty. Final corner through turn 14. And your race winner at the Hungarian Grand Prix, Warner wins for the Williams team. Viral will cross in second, but he won't get a podium. Gandalf rises, and Viking Fox follows through onto the podium as well in P3. Viral 4th. Ivy will come home for a very impressive P5 on his reserve opportunity tonight. Brilliant effort from him. It will be P6 for Epic Frenchie. P7 for James Kidder. Again, another remarkable effort as a Tier 3 reserve for James Kidder. P8 for Woody. Deps Panther in 9th. He gets to finish the race as well. Finally, he does finish a race. P10 for Salty Stevens in the Williams. DD Friend P11. Badger takes home 12th place. William in P13, and Mr. Potwash enters in at P14. He'll just be about to cross the line now. Let's go to your race winner. That is Wovana. K's out, Wovana in. Yeah, great drive play from Wovana. He's having some very impressive results this season in Tier 2. There you go, after taking charge of the championship lead going into tonight's race. Well, that has only been extended now. Great drive from the Williams. And taking his nice, lovely little trophy there as well. But there you go, the podium celebrations are all for you. Right then. Oh, V-Val's left. I wonder if that's not going to let us see the results. That's going to be painful. Yeah, 10 seconds. Yeah, it's not letting us see the results. So that's annoying. Oh well, we'll have to live with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if anybody's got the results. Hopefully someone does. Oh, that's lovely of the game, and right at the end. I mean, I didn't even see it really. Wovana won. We know that much. Wovana won the race. That's enough to see. So there you go. Congratulations to Wovana on that victory. Let's see. Is anybody in the room or not? Is the next question. Not at the moment. Obviously, if anybody does want a post-race interview, well, we'll struggle to find exactly what position you finished in. But obviously, if you do want one, we will be able to give you one. So yes, if anybody wants an interview, please feel free to join the interview room, and we will give you one. So yes, to answer your question, Henry, we do. But obviously, if the drivers want to or not. Qatar and Jeddah are my worst tracks, and I need to have them for side up. Well, listen, we know you'll be tier 1 in a way. So yeah. I think, I'm trying to think, Qatar and Jeddah, because I haven't done time trials in such a long time. I'm pretty sure Qatar in particular. Qatar's just for a trial one. I'm trying to think. I don't recall that being a time trial track, but again, it's been such a long time since we did, or I did time trials to put through. So yeah. Top 200 at Australia. You're very quick, aren't you? Fair play. Might need to get Matthias back racing at this rate, hey? That'll be interesting. But yeah, I think everybody will know off you by now in the fresh meat chat, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. Is anybody in the interview room? Oh, we do. We do have a driver in there. Right, so with that in mind, let's go in there. Right, so we are now in the interview room, and we do have one of our podium sitters with us. Good evening to Gandalf.
Hello, good evening.
How are you
That
doing,
was a
mate?
tough race. Yeah, that was quite hard actually. I enjoyed quali, but yeah, that was a hard race.
Yeah, I
Race fun though.
mean, in terms of qualifying, I was trying to remember. You were right up there. Did you get a pole in the end?
Yeah, I got pole. I think it
Yeah,
was
there you go.
2/10 pole. I had to cover me hot laps. Sort of a bit of a mess up in a couple of them, so I could have gone quicker. But yeah, qualifying was solid. Yeah.
You don't sound too happy. I can't lie.
It's just yeah. I could have done better, obviously with my time and stuff from sim and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, I got pole. I mean that's the goal. So yeah, busy quali. Could have done better, but oh well, it was good enough pole. So
Yeah,
yeah.
true. I mean, you're right up there in the race. I mean, I think you're saying like Warner, maybe just a little bit too quick in the end. You were with him for a lot of that race. I mean, the first stint you were with him and Viking, and then you
Yeah,
both dropped
yeah.
Viking Fox in that first stint.
Yeah, I mean, I think someone had. I think one of the Ferraris had a spin. As I was leading, and he was second, and then I think Warren and Viking were third and fourth, and that slowed them both down when the Ferrari spun. So I pulled like a 2 second gap, and I think I relaxed a little bit too much. And then they just cut straight back up. I was hoping they'd battle a bit more, but Vikings he's a very smart driver, so I should have knew better really.
Yeah, and then he
Um,
obviously went for the one lap undercut on sort of you, and he done 2 laps on Gandalf. So did
yeah.
you pit more as a reaction to him pitting, or was that your strategy to begin with?
It was my strategy anyway. But I think I would have come in regardless, just because he did. Um, so yeah, I think it worked out well. Um, so the strategy wasn't too bad. I saw Ivy's strategy, and I'm kind of jealous now. He finished P5 with a hard medium, so I'm kind of curious to see what would have happened if I did that. So I could have stayed with him and stuff. So that'd
Yeah,
have been interesting.
to be fair, he was catching you guys, but then his tyre sort of seemed to have dropped off, I think, at one
Yeah,
point.
they dropped off quite a bit. I think towards like, the last like 5 laps, I think. But yeah, they're very quick at the initial like 10, I guess.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it was good.
You know, coming to think of it, tonight could have been a fun one for the no hard tyres, couldn't it? That'd have been carnage.
No, it couldn't. uh, that's what made it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that the no hard though, because obviously it made the strategies quite mixed, a bit more mixed than the medium hard or hard medium essentially. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
so yeah, I did
100%.
enjoy that.
But yeah, in terms of obviously after the pit stops, you were all together. You had I think in the end Woody and Vival caught you as well. What were you thinking around that time? Because you had 5 drivers in that pack.
I didn't know he pitted, so when I found out he pitted already, I was quite surprised. I was like, oh shit. um, so it was quite surprising. And there's like 4 of us. Considering like before the pits, I was like leading with like a second or two, I guess, or like not before the pits, like 5 laps before the pit stop. But yeah, it was there's some fast drivers in that race.
Yeah, to be fair,
With
I'm
my with
kind of
my
so I was
go
going
on,
to say
sorry.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I have no idea how Vival even caught you guys. He was
I
just
honestly have
there.
no idea. I don't. He just appeared in a massive like Red Bull behind. I was like, oh my god. Uh, I don't even know where he started actually. I need to watch it back, but
Yeah,
I
the
can't remember where he
qualifying ban.
started.
He started at the back.
That makes it
Yeah.
worse.
But yeah, he was.
um,
I'm not going to say he was in the middle of nowhere. He made up a lot of places. He gained like 10 spots at one stage. But then
yeah,
all of a sudden, I just saw him in the pack with you three and Woody, and I was there like, wait, how has he got there? He was not anywhere near you guys. But then again, I would have felt the same for Woody. He was not near you guys. So I'm presuming you three must have been held up a little bit by people who hadn't pitted.
yeah, yeah. I think that's what's happened. I know. Yeah, Warren is very fast, and he was up my arse like most of the time. I kept him behind like for quite a few laps, but in the end, I lost too much ERS, and I couldn't stay with him. And then I think that's just like how he caught me, and then obviously Vikings always right behind, and then yeah, so yeah,
Mm.
it's a fun race though. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you did well. And then obviously getting near at the end, you lost Warner. I mean, I think you just felt he was just a bit too quick in the end, right at the end.
He just I think Vivo had a little spin in front of me, or I think he overtook me on like a bend. I don't know which turn it was, and then that's what made us lose DRS. And then yeah, me and him was up battling quite a bit, and then Viking was just like sat like behind like a predator, so, just like waiting. I'm like, oh god, I can't really battle too much. So I knew he had a 3 second penalty as well, Vivo. So I sort of just tried to stay with him essentially. And if I could make a move that was not going to lose us too much time, then I overtook him once, and then I think he just overtook me again, like on the second to last lap, and I was like, I'll just sit behind now, and let it ride really.
Yeah, no, you done really good, mate. And yeah, I mean, second place in the end, and right up there. I mean, you're still up there with Warren in the championship as well, so you've still got a shot at that. And yeah,
Yeah,
fingers
I think he
crossed you can
pulled
do
away
well.
last week, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
When I was away, which was a shame.
Yeah.
um, um, yeah, but yeah, he's very quick.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, he is. He's got some good pace, I've got to say. But yeah, good luck for your championship battle, and we'll see you
Thank you.
next week.
Cheers, thank you very much.
No, you're welcome. So yep, strong drive there from Gandalf, pole position, and came home in the end to get a second place. We've got another couple of drivers here as well. So let's start off with one of our other podium sitters. So third place this evening. Good evening, Viking Fox.
Evening. I'm back.
How are you, mate?
That was yeah, good mate. That was a good race. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, I mean,
I was hoping Gandalf and the Vival were going to battle a little bit harder. I was just biding my time, sitting behind them two, but just it was so hard to get them on that straight. Like we all just there was just you could burn that battery for the whole straight and just not catch up.
yeah, you need 0-0 wings, and you're not going to do that there.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, in terms of qualifying, I'm gonna trying to think now. You must have been about third or fourth.
Yeah, P4 I was.
Yeah.
P4. So yeah, I was
Um,
happy with my quali. I actually went a bit quicker than I thought I was going to go. So yeah, I was happy with P4.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then I got a run on the Ferrari down into turn one, but then he got me back being on the inside of the next corner, and then I think I lost that to Warner as well, going up through the next section also. But yeah, then mediums on the first stint. I just couldn't keep up with Gandalf and Warner in the end, so I decided to just try and get back into a bit of a rhythm and stop pushing so hard to try and close the gap down. And I knew I was going to box earlier than them I was hoping I was going to box earlier than them. And Ivy was crouching me up like rapid just before I was going to pit. So I actually boxed the lap earlier than I was going to because Ivy was just coming up behind me so fast. And the mediums, the rears just went off all of a sudden. So I was really struggling in the end. But the hard was really good all the way.
And obviously when you pitted, you literally caught the duo ahead as well. You had Wovena and
Yeah, no, I was
Gandalf.
quite shocked actually because Gandalf was just over 2 seconds when he come out the pit ahead of me, and I managed to close him down into DRS in his outlap. So yeah, it was nice. And then obviously Warner came out just behind us, and then yeah, Vival, I was like, where did he come from? I was just like, what's that? Well, I didn't. I thought he hadn't boxed at first. That's why I realised he was there. But then when he wasn't pitting, I was just like, where did he come from?
Yeah.
He must have had a mighty move up the grid.
He did.
But no, it was a good
Qualifying
good
ban.
battle. I didn't really want to get dragged into a fight because I knew if we battled too hard, we'd either bring the pack behind us to us. And yeah, I didn't want to. Obviously, Warren got away because we was Gandalf and Vival were having a little bit of a battle, but it wasn't a lot in it. It just lost the DRS, and then I think he was able to get away. But yeah, I was hoping to try and pip Gandalf, but once he got ahead of Vival, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to get him as long as I stay within the 3 seconds anyway. So I just thought, I'll just play it smart and try and hang in here, and was hoping something ahead might happen, but that was good racing from everyone.
Yeah, it did look clean racing from what I saw, to be honest, and pretty much in every battle, I think. But yeah, strong performance from you. Got onto that podium. Obviously, maybe a bit of fortune, but at the same time, you would have known Vival had a penalty for quite a while in that race. So you done well
Yeah,
to
if he,
get
if
that
he
P3.
didn't, I would have pushed, like I would have attacked and like made effort to get past him, but because I didn't have to, I just didn't feel the risk.
Yeah,
Because I could have burnt on my battery, but then there's a chance I would have ended up losing the pair of them because I was just about managing to not stay in the DRS of them. It was literally just down the main straight. I was able to close right back up on the pair of them, and yeah, that would do. Hungary's not one of my best tracks either, so I'm happy with that. That I was able to hang in there with them. So I've got much stronger tracks to come. So yeah, I'm in a good place. sitting nice in the championship. So
Well, there you go. The fact that that wasn't one of your strongest tracks and you could still get a podium out of it is always a nice feeling, that's for sure.
yeah, definitely, because I really wasn't confident going in. Like when I was practicing yesterday, I was just like, Jesus, this is going to be a tough one. Because I think Hungary, I think out of all the tracks, you have to get into a rhythm around Hungary. Because if you don't, especially through the S section in the end of sector 2, beginning of sector 3, like, that's a really tricky section. You can lose a lot of time through there if you don't get it right. And that's usually been my downfall. So yeah, I'm super happy with that.
Yeah, fair play. Great display, mate, and fully deserving on that podium. So great stuff, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. So that was Viking Fox P3 this evening. Having started P4, strong performance from him. We've also got another driver in for the interviews. Unfortunately, we do not have your race winner, Warrener, but we do have a tier 3 reserve tonight. Good evening, P7 in the end for James Kinner.
Evening.
Hello, how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
So, yes, reserving obviously from tier 3 this evening. So, what were your feelings going into qualifying?
Honestly, it wasn't really like I could be up there with Warrener or them lot. It was more a case of just trying to bring the car home and just trying to get a little bit more out of it, to try and be up there in the midfield pack to try and get some good points, which I obviously managed to do when I qualified. I think it was 10th.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good stuff in qualifying. And then obviously going into the race, because I did mention your name a few times, I was like, you're doing very well. You're still in that top 10. You're obviously a tier 3 reserve. It's not like you're a typical front runner in tier 3 either. So that's even more impressive, the fact that you were able
Yeah.
to do that in tier 2.
I mean, I think Hungary's always been quite a strong track for myself. And then obviously trying some new things out with, not braking some corners and just engine braking and stuff like that kind of helped. But I just think my strategy as well, because I qualified, I think it was like P13 in the end, and I was like, I've got nothing to lose by going on the alternate strategy because it puts me on the faster tyre at the end of the race, which will help me gain places. So that was my thought process going into the race, is just do stuff differently to everyone else and try and stay out of, lap 1, turn 1, because it's always carnage really. And then off the start, I managed to sort of weave my way up in between. I think it was Fox and someone else into turn 1, and then just sort of started carving through the pack through then. And then obviously when the mediums fell off, my hards sort of come to life a little bit, so I was able to pull out a bit of a gap.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, in terms of the race though, you were very strong. Obviously, again, mentioning that you're a reserve from tier 3. But yeah, I mean, you'll be happy with your performance. And now let's think about tomorrow now. What are you thinking going into it?
I don't know really till I get there. But no, I've slowly started getting more and more accustomed to F1 again. I did sort of like lose my passion for it a while ago, and now I've obviously started to get it back a little bit and started to rekindle that, pace and that racecraft I once had, which is nice to see. But yeah, hopefully I can do something tomorrow.
Have you been practicing at all?
No, I've done a few 5-lappers round the United States track, but it is one of my stronger tracks. I do like that track, especially the S section. But
Yeah.
whether or not I can keep the tyres alive long enough to actually be up there is a different story.
Yeah, I can assure you as well. Ivy, Cowley, and Bevan have a lot of pace there as well. So just so
Yeah,
you're aware.
that's the thing, is like I can tussle with them, but it's just staying with them's the hardest part about it, because obviously being on a pad, it's a bit more difficult to try and keep up with the wheel runners, especially with no traction on either. So it's one of them. But
You do
I'm
no
sure,
traction as well. Fair play.
I'm sure I can, tussle with the big boys, as it were, and show them what I'm about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think as far as I know, I think Cowley's on pad, and I think Bevan is as well. I'm not certain on Ivy though.
I'm not sure,
But
either,
yeah,
to be fair.
but I
All
don't
I know
think
is they're
any of
rapid.
them, as again, only as far as I know, I don't think any of them run no TC, but I might be wrong. So yeah, fair play for doing no TC on that. I mean, I'm similar to you. I'm on pad and I do no TC. So yeah, pretty much the same on that. But yeah, good stuff though
I'm just happy
tonight.
I scored points. I'm
Yeah,
just happy I scored points tonight for the team. I was actually meant to be in another league race, and I changed last minute to reserve. So
yeah, good stuff tonight though, man. You got that superb result. Was it P8? I want to say, or
P7,
P7?
I
P7. That's
managed
the
to
one. Yeah, I
catch
remember now.
the Ferrari ahead of me had a 6 second, and I think it was someone ahead of him had 3 seconds, and I managed to catch him in the last literally 3 corners.
Mm,
So
yeah, yeah. So you done well though. P7, superb performance from yourself. And yeah, looking forward to see what you could do tomorrow.
it is. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. There you go. James Killer there, 7th place, Tier 3 reserve. Fantastic performance from him. And that is all of the interviews for this evening. 3 drivers on there again. Unfortunately, we didn't have the race winner, Rovana, but we did have 2 of our podium sitters and 1 of our strong Tier 3 reserves this evening as well. So all 3 who did have an interview can be very pleased with their performance, as of course can Rovana, who came home and secured the victory. Right, for UFRL then this evening, that will be that. So, what do you think about that? So, yeah, for this evening then, let's have a look actually before we go. We're going to have a look at the race calendar for the week ahead. So, Tier 3 will be heading tomorrow, as we did mention in the interview with James Kidder, or James Kidder mentioned, shall I say. It'll be heading to the United States, to Texas for the Circuit of the Americas, and it is a no hard tyre race. So soft tyres and medium tyres only, because it would also be dry. So there you go, softs and mediums only. Friday night, 100% tier, will be a reverse grid, the first ever reverse grid race in UFRL will be held at the Brazilian Grand Prix in the 100% tier. That'll be on Friday, and I'll be back on commentary duty for that one. That, I think, will be an epic. International tier, Saturday, 9 o'clock p.m. That will be held at Imola, of course, in Italy. And then we're back in tier 1 next Monday for round 7 at Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. And for tier 2 next week, we'll be heading to Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. Thank you for watching. We have been UFRL. I have been UFRL F1 Viva. Thank you for watching, and good night.